Hello StarCraft fans, this is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Dayshi and SortOf on Dusk Towers. In the bottom side of the map we have the red Terran player, it is Dayshi. And in the top side of the map we have the blue Zerg player, it is SortOf. And in the background we have Warcraft II music. A subscriber of mine suggested I play this music about a week ago or so. I figured I would oblige him and see what the reaction was because Warcraft II was the very first game of Blizzard's I ever played, and my parents wouldn't let me buy it because I was, let me see, maybe 11 or 12 years old at the time. My cousin had it though, so every single time I went over there, I would play Warcraft II until my hands bled. My cousin kind of got annoyed with me about that, but hey, don't apologize for liking Blizzard games. Alright, here we go. As EVT on Dusk Towers. A hatch first play coming out here for SortOf. And 300 minerals. There it is. Bam, sucka. Reaper expand coming out from Dayshi, based again on the timing of this refinery. And yeah, this music is actually kind of throwing me off. Like it's really familiar, but at the same time, it's not the music that I cast with. And so I'm just like, yeah, I feel like there should be orcs. There should be peons running around here. Some bloodlusted ogres. Possibly. It's a little death and decay being tossed down, fireballs, invisibility, blizzard. So many different things you can do in that game. Some drone harassment trying to take down that peon of Dayshi's, and the peon does manage to escape. SCV versus drone action here. Who's going to win that one? Oh, a gas steal by SortOf. Really doesn't want SortOf to have 2 gas early, which, I mean, is going to work fairly well. At the very least, it might actually force the Reaper to stay home and try to deal with it, although maybe not. I suppose the Reaper, based on this rally point, is going to head just right up to the Zerg base. However, spawning pool just about to finish. We'll probably see a queen and about 4 to 6 lings coming out there, so nothing too crazy about that either. Like I said, Reaper expand means an expand. Throwing the command center down here at the safe position, and yeah, letting this finish. I've actually seen Zerg players cancel this before, run around with a drone, and if it gets threatened, come back and recreate it. But at this point, just lets it finish. Basically, SortOf says, I don't want Dayshi to be able to do anything with that second gas. We won't get any double gas income until this command center is finished, which might just throw off some timings here. So the Marine is going to start to work that down, but it's going to be a while. Meanwhile, the Reaper is going to pop on in to see what it can do, and actually might get a worker kill. No! Making the worker into a spore crawler immediately. Well done by SortOf. Excellent play. Like I said, 4 lings have popped out. The queen's not quite there yet. The lings just have to hold their own. Oh, 6 lings actually. Surprising number of lings here. And the Reaper has 0 kills. Good control here by SortOf. I don't like to judge people entirely based on how many kills their Reaper gets or doesn't get, or how well the Zerg holds this off. But man, Dayshi did really well with that. Took a lot of damage, took a lot of KD8 charges, but did not lose a single thing to that Reaper. The Reaper scouted a very standard opening, didn't get any necessarily great information, any super important information, but at the same time got it nonetheless. And sometimes the lack of weird stuff is all you really need to know. Man, this guy with his, what, 6 damage on the Gauss rifle is going to take down the extractor eventually, but it's going to take forever. Here's the 1-1-1 build. Barracks into factory into starport. We call that the Destiny Cloud Fist strike build around here in Falcon Paladin's channel. Good inject by that queen, and song 1 seems to be over. So let's see what song 2 is going to be. Oh, there it is. Oh, more human music for the king. Oh man, the knights and the paladins. Oh, I think that was probably the first paladin character I've ever played in my video game career. So you could probably thank the human paladin from Warcraft II, partially at least, for the Falcon Paladin name. Alright, Hellions try to do stuff, but no, some lings up here trying to knock down this wall by themselves. Not going to happen. The Hellions come up and try to chase them down and murder them. They are fast lings, but no, good micro here. Good control by Dayshi. Goodbye, lings. Roasted little Zergling barbecues turn into blackened, charred corpses that then sink into the ground. Overlord does manage to scout things. I believe this is the naval theme from Warcraft II. I mean, not necessarily. It was only played on sea maps, but I very distinctly remember building landing craft and boats and frigates and stuff for the human missions with this music. So that's entirely possible that my memory is not killing me there. Oh, 1 Hellion does get trapped by the queen and the lings. The other one by itself not quite as effective as 2. Might actually just head back home here. No, there are actually 2 more to meet up with. So 3 lings ready to, or 3 Hellions ready to go here. Banshee on the way with cloak. So Banshee cloak follow-up. Dayshi is definitely going to deal with some harassment on his end of things, or actually get some harassment out on his end. Yeah, there's the Banshee. Goodbye, Queen. Going to take some shots right to the back of the face there. There's the cloaked Banshee. Oh boy. There is a Spore Crawler up somewhere. There it is in that mineral line, getting stabbed at by the Queen. Not what she wants there. The Banshee instead is forced to move on out. Hellions trying to take down a hatchery all by their lonesomes. Not going to happen there either. Double Evolution Chamber. There's that Spore Crawler. Again, having Spore Crawlers so darn good. And CVT helps with drops, helps with Banshees, helps with cloaked ghosts, I guess, if they want to get in there. But either way, get those Spore Crawlers. A lair on the way for SortOf. SortOf is not getting messed up at all. He's definitely continuing to do what he needs to do. Getting Evolution Chambers for upgrades, but here comes the Hellion, taking out a Creep Tumor, and a Worker does end up getting killed here. These transferring workers are getting massacred by this Banshee. Is there an Overseer on the way? I mean, there's a Spore Crawler here, but this Banshee could almost... Oh, there we go, until the energy runs out. I was going to say the Banshee could almost sit right here forever. But until the energy runs out and the cloak wears off, then she has to leave. Yeah, SortOf is not making an Overseer. There it is, I lied. I didn't see it in the production tab, but definitely there's an Overseer out here on the map. Good creep spread coming out here too. Banshee, is this our first Banshee? Nope, that's our first Banshee. 10 kills on that Banshee. Queen, nope, that Banshee's going to die, and there she goes. 52 to 50 total harvesters in favor of the Terran player, just barely. Has managed to kill 8 workers, has Dayshi, which is pretty good. However, let's see here, 500 resources lost compared to 900. A lot of these are Lings, which SortOf I don't think necessarily cares about. Nice dodge on that Corrosive Bile. Nice dodge indeed. And yep, Hellions hanging on back here. Third base up and running for a Dayshi in the production tab. We see Combat Shield. We see +1/+1 for those biological units and an armory. So switching over into a more standard bio-type play, which is to be expected. And another Queen gonna die? No! She escaped with 14 hit points and 14 kills. Look at the symmetry on this Banshee. I don't know how they see anything with that crazy shield over their face. Oh, I guess maybe they lift it up sometimes. But when it's down, is that just straight up like virtual reality, HUD type stuff? You can see everything around your ship. I don't know. It's a good question. We should figure that out sometime when we have the time. Ooh, song number 3. I don't know what I associate this one with. Alright, so dropping on in a lot of Marines here. There are Roaches, there are Lings, there is a Queen. The Queen gonna die immediately, and she does. Good surround of Lings, though, actually. Some amazing stutter set from Dayshi on the other side, SortOf getting some shots off, some Queens ready to go, and enough to push Dayshi out. So nice hold there by SortOf. Good attempt of a drop there by Dayshi. Again, you're just forcing units out. 18 Lings on the way for SortOf right now. He'd rather those be drones, but they're not, so whatever. Again, going up, the Marines don't care about anything. They kill a Ravager. And then back on out. Nothing that can really hurt them. A Hive on the way for SortOf immediately. Pathogen glands on the way, which means we're going to see some infestors coming out of our Zerg player. That fourth base is under assault by Marines, but once again, Lings there to go, but a big push of Hellbats, Marines, Flying Tank, and a Banshee that has not bothered to be repaired by Dayshi, but it's a cloak one, so it'll be okay. Taking out some Creep Tumors. Here comes the push. They really want to kill this fourth base. Can they get it? I don't know. Moving in, though. Woo, a lot of Ravagers, a lot of Roaches. The Hellbats in the front absorbing a lot of this damage here. The tank ending up dead to the Corrosive Bile and picking up, running away. The Queen trying to stab that medevac down. Dropping here again. Dayshi really wants this fourth base to be dead. Reinforcements coming up here too. Can the Roaches and Ravagers save it? Corrosive Bile landing and not hitting a thing. Taking out a Hellbat though are the Ravagers. I like the Ravager play with that extra range and that extra damage. Just so good here against Terran. Roaches themselves, by themselves, not my favorite unit to see in this situation, but some Ravagers mixed in can make a big difference. Another attempted drop by Dayshi up here in the main. There's a small skirmish down here, not much to see. And again, just dropping straight Marines. 2 Marauders, though, mixed in. Gonna kill the Queen again. The Queen of this main base has died twice now. The Infestation Pit gonna go down very quickly there by Dayshi. Infestors pop out and get absolutely massacred. 1 Fungal gets off, though. 1 Fungal on this attacking Terran group, and they pick up and run away. That Infestor paid for herself just a little bit. Just a little bit there. Here we go. Moving up are the Marines. Queens, Lings trying to defend. Dayshi has been relentless in this pursuit. 9 minutes into the game, and I feel like he hasn't slowed up once. However, there's an Ultralisk Cavern on the way for SortOf. Another attempt to drop up here, but Ravagers holding their own with +1/+1 attack. 65 to 71 Harvesters. SortOf is holding on, man. SortOf is doing very well in this situation. Any ghosts for Dayshi? Is there a Ghost Academy? I don't see one. I know last time I did a ZVT where ghosts were required and I didn't see any. You made fun of me because there were actually ghosts out, but I don't see any here. Units tab. Nope, no ghosts. All right, Marines, Marauders. They do have +1/+1. Very scary indeed. Bunch of Lings coming in, a bunch of Ravagers too. The hatch does end up falling. Nicely done by Dayshi. There was an infestor in there. Did you get a fungal off? I don't know. Might have. But, man, look at these guys refusing to die. Marines, Marauders, a lot of them are starting to succumb, though, to the greater roach numbers. Reinforcements pushing on up to Widowmines, trying to get in positions to burrow. Corrosive Bile landing and actually getting a hit off on that Marauder, I think. Oh, Widowmines getting killed immediately. Sort of definitely has the upper hand on this push. Turning around immediately is Dayshi, recognizing that these are not good places for him to be. Not good terms of engagement, and he's going to retreat on home. The first Ultras are starting to pop out, though. +3 ground carapace on the way for SortOf. Holy smokes. Here at the 10-minute mark. Upgrades are slower for Zerg, I think. And you can't chrono boost them or anything like you can with Protoss. So, man, having that +3 coming up now is absolutely impressive. Again, SortOf losing that 4th base, which is a huge deal because Dayshi is taking his 5th base right now. Oh, not looking good at all for the Zerg player. Can Dayshi hold on? Dayshi is now getting a Ghost Academy, is getting some Liberators. Did he see that Ultralisk cavern? No, but I guess he can assume what's going on here based on the fact he hasn't seen any Mutas or Corruptors. I guess he knows we're going to see Ultras. It's just kind of what makes sense. Chitinous plating on the way for SortOf. And continuing to make those Ultras. Lings up here getting massacred. Try to get some shots off on the command center. And they did, but not enough to actually kill it. +1 is that air. Yeah, ship weapons on the way for Dayshi. +2 melee attack coming up for SortOf. Wants to get that +3 out, but really the armor is what matters. Baneling Nest, personal cloaking coming for the ghosts. And we've seen Dayshi make good use of ghosts in the past, so I'm not really worried about him. 5th base coming up for SortOf has replaced the 4th. Is on even footing, though. Dayshi is doing super well with his macro. Look at this guy go. Relentless pressure, macroing back home. Not worried at all about the Zerg player getting too big of an army because he's able to keep it down so much. Infestation Pit being replanted by SortOf. He's going to make infestors again. How's the Ultra count looking? 5 Ultras on the ground, 2 more on the way. Do they get just going to come out? Yep, the Ultras are going to go for this. Ultra Ling Widowmine shot, killing a couple of Lings there. The Ultras not quite where SortOf wants them to be. Just kind of pushing away. An attempted drop here with Marines. 2 kills on that Marine. And 6 kills on that Marine, but he does die. The medevac doesn't pick him up for reasons he doesn't understand at the moment of death. Oh no, coming up here to harass from the high ground. This is the problem with taking this base, is that it can be harassed. Ultra taking down everybody on the ground here. Goodbye, Marauders. Goodbye, Marines. Ouch. And low ground units here that are only melee, or not melee, but ground to ground. Good positioning here by our Terran player. Another drop back here. This Ultra, can it get back there? I don't know if the Ultra can get back there. Look at the pathing on that thing. All right, big stinking attack here. Marines and Marauders on that high ground. Marines and Marauders on that high ground. Marines and Marauders on the low ground. And this base might actually just fall. I think SortOf is just going to leave it alone. This Marauder is still alive. He only has 1 kill, but he's trying to kill more drones. Drones are, I don't know what they're doing exactly. Yes, the base does end up falling. Dayshi is completely maxed out here. Marauders getting shots off, taking down creep tumors. It is 199 to 189 total supply. More and more Ultras on the way for SortOf. He does have the chitinous plating that he needs to make this thing work. And adrenal glands coming up for SortOf too, increasing the attack speed of those Lings. And here he comes, SortOf trying to clear this thing out. Does get everybody on the ground. Not a good pickup there by Dayshi. Might be focusing on some drops over here. There were some good steady targetings. Oh, high ground steady targetings. Oh, so dangerous. What is SortOf going to do about this? We haven't really seen a Zerg player deal with ghosts super effectively. We have some, seen some use fungal growth and banelings to some effectiveness, I would say, but not extensively. I wonder if SortOf is going to pull that one off. Marauder with +2, +2, +3, +3 is on the way. Is going to take out this larva with 10 armor and gets it. Gets it. Well done. What was that? Is there an attempted... Oh, it's a Nidus worm. SortOf's trying to make a Nidus worm here, but it was well spotted by Dayshi, and so there's going to be a welcoming party ready to go. Man, that thing died even before it finished its animation about popping up out of the ground. Medevac here with nothing in it, just hanging on out. It is 65 to 85 workers. The Zerg player is really heavy on the economy right now. Is he? What is that? Oh, that's an Overlord, and that's a Nidus worm, and here's another attempted push by Dayshi. Is he waiting for +3/+3 to really get going? No, I would say he's not. Liberators are setting up. This thing's going to finish, and indeed, Lings are inside the main base. This Ultra, though, just absolutely getting murdered, way outnumbered by these units. Lings, Ultras popping out, taking out production facilities of Dayshi. Oh no, Dayshi, you can't lose factories and starports. Okay, losing a hatch there is probably a fair trade. Steady targeting, getting some more shots off there on those Ultras. And pulling back a little bit is Dayshi, as there are still Lings, Roaches, steady targeting coming up here. The Roaches trying to deal with the Ghosts so that the Ultras don't die. Nope. The Ultra died anyway. The Roaches trying to get out of those circles of death. The Liberators have put up the Roaches, trying to deal with these +2/+2 Ghosts. Actually doing fairly well against them. Can't afford to lose these Ghosts, Dayshi. What are you doing? Meanwhile, Roaches are forcing all the SCVs at the natural base to run away. Finally, the Ghosts win that thing. I think they use steady targeting to make it happen. Another Nidus coming up. Interesting location for it. I think he's going to use it to assault this 6th base of Dayshi. This is crazy talk. Roach in there with 6 kills. Does get murdered by the Marines and the Marauders. But this did force Dayshi to pull back. SortOf's able to replant this base, get his Nidus Swarm up, bring a ton of Ultras in to take down this planetary fortress. Can they get it? Is there enough DPS from the Ultras? I think they're going to try to take down SCVs so the repairs aren't quite as good. Oh no, the Ghosts have shown up. Steady targeting takes out 1 Ultra immediately. Ultra down here, Lings down here. Another Nidus Worm from SortOf. Alrighty then. So he's kind of get back into this game through the use of the Nidus. Is there an Overseer with this army? Because this Ghost is going to have a field day if not. Another Nidus coming up, and the planetary fortress is saved. Defender mode liberation circles being thrown down right up here. Ghost count looking amazing. Corruptors trying to take down this base. Can they get it? Is there enough DPS here to do it to overcome the repairs from the SCVs? No. No, there is not. This Roach with 6 kills. Nidus Worm is finally taken down here. Army showing up to defend this orbital command. And this one is still running. Dayshi defending so well. Nothing coming out of this Nidus. There are Ultras there. I guess coming out into the face of Liberator attack. Deaths of the Concord Cannon. Not a great idea. 95 damage. Single target. 1.14 weapon speed. Okay. Bit of a breather here, but no, here we go again. Ultras, Lings, Banelings. Baneling hits? Not really. Getting focused down. Corruptors trying to deal with the air units, but again, forced to leave as the steady targeting clears out everything. So many units dying. Queens, Infestors, Creep Tumors getting exploded. Infestors run. Infestors, no. Oh, and the EMP is taking them down to no energy before they die. Adding insult to injury or insult to death. Rather, Corruptors, again, moving on in, trying to take down those Liberators. I like their positioning. They're doing a pretty good job of it. Vikings trying to kill them. Another Baneling hits. Bam! Trying to go on top. Good fungals on the Ghosts. Canceling those steady targeting abilities here, but is there enough? No, Infestor walks in by herself. Some Ravagers, some Corruptors slowly whittling down this medevac count. Ultras pushing on into. There's not very much HP on those guys. However, it's 142 to 143 total supply. The Corruptors are getting smoked out of the air by these Marines that are +3/+3, and the medevac count looking very low, though. 2 medevacs alone for Dayshi right now. This base up and running, and here come the Ultras and the Lings trying to save it, trying desperately to save it. The Lings, the fully upgraded Lings getting surrounds on these Marauders and these Ghosts, and it does end up falling. The base dies anyway. Great positioning by Dayshi. Everybody dies anyway, though. And yes, SortOf still has this base. Is there another Nidus Worm? Another Nidus Worm in the main for SortOf. Dayshi, look out. An attack over here with a Ghost trying to kill a hatchery by its lonesome. Never going to happen. Lings taking out SCVs. 50 to 76 total Harvesters. Lings running on out. Not enough Lings, I don't think, to deal with this. Maybe to kill a Marine or 2. But that's it. This one is out of commission. I think SortOf knows it. He could have possibly run more out there. But again, keeping the base inside, or keeping Dayshi inside his own base is worth it. I really think it is. All right, so Ultras fully upgraded. Corruptors with a +2 flyer attack. Bio units +3. Oh, +2. Did he cancel +3? I thought he was getting that. Oh no, Dayshi, do you not know that you're missing +3? If you did not know, I'm worried. I'm worried about you, my friend. Lexington rockets here on the Liberators. For the air-to-air, some Changelings. Liberator trying to set up shop and deal with this base. Should be able to get it. Actually, no! Walks right into the range of a Spore Crawler. Forced to unsiege and get out of there. There we go. And are the Corruptors showing up to handle this? I don't know where they are. Another Ghost attack. This guy has 5 hit points and 6 kills. That is pretty good news. Liberator just smoking drones right here. Every drone that walks on in just gets absolutely massacred. Infestor, no! Oh, Infestor. Infestor, Lings getting massacred by the main bulk of Dayshi's army right there. This Liberator is completely locked down this base. The drones are going to head over here. 40 drones trying to mine there. I don't know why SortOf hasn't expanded here quite yet, but whatever. We'll see how this goes. Ultras trying to come in once again. Lings on top of everything. The Ultra going to chase down this Bio Ball, then thinks better of it. Steady targeting. Sniping it down. Almost sniping it down. Getting out of range of that steady targeting was SortOf's Ultralisk, and this base probably going to fall. I like the positioning. Good fungal on the Marines. The Ultras cleaning them out. Mostly, there are still 2 remaining here. Corruptor Ball, 172 to 176 total supply. Another hatch dies for SortOf. SortOf keeps losing bases. He keeps losing them, and these ghosts on the high ground are the bane of SortOf's existence. A couple Marauders come up, get absolutely massacred, which I think was the plan. They knew what the plan was when they received those orders. So they died for the Dominion, or whoever they're fighting for. Very happy to have fulfilled their purpose. I just feel like Dayshi has this game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 bases. Okay, most of them aren't mining. But I suppose SortOf still has 3 mining bases himself, so I just don't know. Oh, the Liberator Circles. So many Liberator Circles. I mean, Corruptors maybe? Just so many Corruptors to deal with these things. That's a slow siege forward here with Dayshi. These guys are very low on health because SortOf has killed so many medevacs to this point. Sneaking on in below here, forcing everybody here in the Zerg army to come through these circles, and he doesn't care. Banelings trying to crash into the Ghosts, killing quite a few of them. Oh, canceling a lot of steady targetings here. The Ultra is doing a lot better without the presence of those Ghosts. A lot of them very low on health, but the Corruptors cleaning out the Liberators too. The low energy or low health versus low health. Who is going to win? The hatch does end up falling. Dayshi gets the hatch, but the entire army gets cleaned on out except for these Ghosts that are the heroes of the Terran right now. Liberators using that splash damage and those upgrades. The Corruptors are trying to split and actually going to clean out all these guys unless they run. Liberators do actually run. Ultra in the front lines, going to get exploded, and steady targeting. 1, 2, 3. Oh, just 2. Just 2. Ultra with 4. What is it? 4 kills and 29 hit points. This game. All right. This game. Both players taking a little bit of a breather here. Resources lost. 40,000 resources lost by Dayshi. 36,000 lost by SortOf. Surprising. Usually the Terran is a little bit more cost effective, but I think losing all those Ghosts and all those Liberators really hurt those numbers. SortOf has this base going. SortOf has this base going, this base going too. Nobody's really taking this one or the gold bases on opposite sides, opposite ends of the map here. Income tab 50 to 63. SortOf still has that going income. If we look at the amount coming in, a lot more gas coming in for Dayshi though, which is nice if you're going heavy on the Ghosts and the Liberators. This hatch getting replanted. SortOf, I feel like, has had to replace about 6 or 7 hatches in this game. Another small attack coming up, a full retreat of drones. The army coming in, trying to deal with them. Great positioning, though, making the Lings almost useless. But the Lings are still trying to do this thing. Ghosts on the high ground trying to kill stuff. This small group of units, going to defend against those people on the high ground. The Ghosts just begging Ultras to come over here so they can steady target them directly into the ground. And here we go, Corruptors, Ultras, Lings trying to sneak on up, and nope, not a good place there. Good concave here by Dayshi. Good split. He is worried about Banelings, although I don't know if there are any. If there are 4, there are 4 in the field for SortOf. Oh, are we getting into the orc music now? Bum bum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum bum. No, I think maybe this is human music again. Yep, definitely human music. We'll have to get into orc music next time. All right, Lings trying to save this Nidus Worm, and they do kill it. Can they take down this planetary fortress by themselves? It's effectively a mined out base. I'm not sure how important that is. Another Nidus Worm gets taken down inside the main. It is 164 to 195 total supply. Dayshi is a machine right now. Absolute machine. Just churning out the Marines. The Marauders doesn't even have +3 attack, and it doesn't matter. Lings, Queens, Ultras, Banelings. This is all that SortOf has right now. Here we go. Defender mode circles are being set up. SortOf wants no part of that. Where are his Corruptors? Oh man, his Corruptor Ball is looking good. I think those Liberators might be in a bit of trouble here. But setting up, is this a final battle? No, I don't think it is. Not quite yet here. Lings trying to kill all these SCVs and actually doing a good job of it. Killing a lot of workers and then pulling back. Dayshi's trying to land here, but there's a lot of creep going on. Over here is SortOf staying on the creep. And yeah, the Corruptors fly right on in and basically one-shotting one of those Liberators. Kabam, kabam, Liberators gone. This group here trying to make quick work of one of the few mining bases that SortOf has left. Picks up, runs away, able to kill some workers, but not able to get the hatch itself. In the air is a Viking getting chased down by a Corruptor. Steady targeting being used on those Ultras. Good targets. Corruptor's actually a pretty good target as well, as we see by example. 175 to 162 total supply. More creep tumors getting destroyed. Another attempt at a Nidus Swarm by SortOf. He is a madman with these Nidus. Dayshi has finally taken this base. And this base too, and this gold base. Dayshi is everywhere right now. 3 ghosts in production at one time. The ghost getting caught out of position though, taking shots. Oh, from the Ultras, canceling those steady targetings, but not quite killing them. Pulling out is SortOf. Does he have enough fungal to handle this thing? Another attempt of Lings getting in inside this main base, but cloaked ghosts very good against light units. 24 damage versus light coming in. Here we go. Banelings, Corruptors on top of everything. Ultras, good positioning here by Dayshi. Good steady targeting everywhere. Banelings are making some connections. More steady targets trying to kill those Ultras, but no, they are immune to the slowing effects of concussive shells, and they do manage to get the heck on out of there. Dayshi not using this base. Dayshi definitely using this base. It's 35 to 60 Harvesters, but look, Dayshi's income is basically even with SortOf's right now because he has that base that's running. But again, these 2 bases for SortOf looking good. And he has this base again. SortOf is relentless. He is refusing to let the destruction of so many hatcheries keep him down. 147 to 165 total supply. Nobody's been able to get the upper hand in this game. 26 minutes into this one. How is it going to end? Bear with me. Stay with me. Stay with Falcon Paladin. And we will see. Are you rooting for the Zerg? Are you rooting for the Terran? Are you Protoss and hope they could both kill each other simultaneously? Well, I can't guarantee that outcome, but it is a possibility. I guess we could go for a draw. Corruptor trying to take down this Liberator with 6 kills, and with the help from the Spore Crawler, it does. Another attack up here on the high ground. Dayshi has been abusing this high ground all day long. I mean, despite the fact he hasn't really made any tanks, it still works. Marines, Marauders, and Ghosts can shoot down like this, so abandoning that hatch is SortOf. The army, does the army need to do something about this? I don't know. Nukes on the way from Dayshi too. Okay, here we go. Corruptors, +2 attack, +1 armor. Any Liberators here? Yes, +2 attack, +1 armor. The hatch does end up falling, pulling back to a defensive position. Oh, the Lings! All the Lings taking on that planetary fortress. Oh, that's so unfortunate for Dayshi. He had a PF, I think, for about 10 seconds, and then he lost it to those Lings. Here we go. Lings, defender mode circles, pushing on up here too. The Corruptors trying to clear those out. The Ultras running right on in. Ultras, Lings, Banelings, Corruptors, good Fungals! But the Fungals are not on top of the Ghost. That's a bit of a mistake there, I think, from SortOf. Everybody on the ground, very low on health, and using the steady targeting on the Corruptors forced to retreat, and that's it. That's it. A GG from SortOf. SortOf is defeated. Dayshi's victorious. And SortOf has left the game. Wow, that is one of the better TVZs I have ever cast on my channel. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Dayshi, again, despite the fact that he did forget his +3 attack, he made it happen, man. He used his Ghosts. He used his Liberators. He used his Medivacs. He used Stim. He used good positioning. SortOf could just never quite break it. In the end, Dayshi was able to expand here, which helped immensely for him. Marines running around killing stuff up there too. Units lost tab, 53,000 to 53,000. Look how even that was. Like 100, almost exactly 100 minerals difference between these two. Just incredible, incredible play. So again, hats off to SortOf, but man, Dayshi takes the win and represents Terrans well. Okay, that's it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the Warcraft II music, and you take care of yourself.